Hello, everybody. Eric here on Wednesday, June 21st. And it seems a bit early, but I'm here to talk about the comics I picked up. Not a lot this week, so we'll jump right in. Seems like this will be a short video. First up, we have Batman White Knight Presents Generation Joker, Book 2 from DC. It's Black Label. There's your back cover. And this is, again, I say this every time, part of the Batman White Knight series of mini-series, alternate versions of the characters, but very, very cool. And I haven't gotten into this one yet, but I definitely look forward to it. Then we have A Legacy of Violence, number 6. This is from Mad Cave, and it's written by Cullen Bunn. So, I'm into it. If you've ever watched any of these videos, it seems like Cullen Bunn has at least one book a week. And I dig his stuff. So, I don't remember if this one is a 12-issue series. There's what the back looks like, if anybody cares. But good old Cullen Bunn horror. And then technically the last of the floppies, we have Chilling Adventures presents Camp Pickens from Archie Comics. And this is one of their one-shot horror one-shots. Looks like it could be a slasher. I don't know. I dig the horror versions of these characters. And it's a semi-cohesive horror universe. But that might be overselling it. So you have Jughead, the Hunger, where Jughead's a werewolf. Vampironica, where Veronica's a vampire. Afterlife with Archie has zombies. But I don't think... And Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which is the first thing I read out of this whole world. And even though I think Jughead, the Hunger, and Vampironica cross over, which would put them in the same universe, I don't think the zombie one is in the same universe. And I don't think, as far as I know, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina isn't in that same universe. And then with these one-shots, there's one where Betty is a monster hunter, and just all sorts of different versions of these characters in these horror worlds. The Blossom 666, which deals with the Antichrist, and the Blossom Twins, another Cullen Bunn book. But anyway, I love all that stuff. And it doesn't matter to me that it's not necessarily one cohesive universe. I just like the alternate versions, horror versions of fun teen characters that I grew up reading. All right, now I said that was kind of sort of the last of the floppies because this is floppy, but it's not a comic book per se. It's a magazine. That is Vampirus Carmilla, issue 16. Another great cover. In case anybody doesn't know, this is an anthology, black and white anthology magazine, different writers, different artists, articles, all the typical, the old creepy and eerie and vampira kind of thing. In a new, relatively new, I mean, it's issue 16, so, but it's a new magazine. And then I got a couple trade paperbacks. This is one I think I hinted at last week. This was supposed to be out some time ago, and for whatever reason, my comic shop ordered it, but they never got a copy. So they, hit the alarm, and we got it this week. This is Damage Control, New Employee Handbook. It's from Marvel. It's the Damage Control miniseries 1 through 5 from 2022. And you can be pretty sure, because it's got Moon Knight on the cover, and She-Hulk, and Ghost Rider, that's why I'm into it. I like Nightcrawler as well. Quicksilver, I can take him or leave him. Not sure who the normal human-looking guy is. Damage Control started out as a concept of this company. They were the people that would come in and clean up after these super-powered battles. They're the ones that are rebuilding the city, cleaning up the trash, rebuilding the city. I know they had at least one miniseries, maybe a few. I don't know if they ever had an ongoing. So I'm not sure how this is going to work with a bunch of superheroes, but it's got superheroes I like, and I read the damage control stuff back in the day. So this seems like it should be a lot of fun. And then finally, this is Best of 2000 AD, Volume 3. And let's see if this will tell me. We've got, so 2000 AD is where Judge Dredd comes from, a bunch of other different characters and concepts. And let's see, in this volume, spend a night on the graveyard shift with Judge Dredd. Tune in and drop out. Tune in and drop a tab of superpowers before storming heaven. I don't know what that is. Get lost in the darkness lying in the belly of the good ship Leviathan. I don't know what that is. So, there's some black and white stuff. There's some color stuff. Let me see if the table of contents will tell me anything. Judge Dredd, Ghosts, Storming Heaven, Critical Essay, No Man is an Island, interesting. Leviathan, Judge Dredd, Graveyard Shift, and DR and Quinch's Agony Page. I don't know what that is, but I dig Judge Dredd and a lot of the stuff that came from 2000 AD. So I was happy to see that they're putting out these sort of best of. They're best of. That's what they're called. And so I can get a nice mix of a lot of classic stories, interesting stuff from across the pond, as some people might say. And that's it. That's all I picked up. It's not a lot. A couple trades, a few floppies, a magazine. And my question for this video is, are you a fan of Judge Dredd? We're just going to keep it nice and simple. Have you ever read a Judge Dredd comic? Are you familiar with Judge Dredd at all? Do you only know Judge Dredd from the not very good Sylvester Stallone movie, or from the incredibly good Carl Urban movie? It's just called Dredd. Fantastic movie. Somebody, years ago, someone had a list on YouTube of the best, meaning I think most accurate, comic book adaptation movies, and they picked Dredd as number one. They said that was the closest to the comic book of any comic book movie. But so what are your thoughts? Do you know the movies? Have you read the comics? Do you not know the character at all? As I said, I'm a fan. Not only have I been getting the best of 2000 AD, I have a couple of Dredd graphic novels. I have an old Case Files thing or something, little slipcase, and I try to pick up the novels or omnibus collections of novellas, not just Judge Dredd, but that whole world. There's, I think, 3 for Judge Dredd, 2 for Judge Anderson, a couple on the judges in general. There's a Judge Death one, and there's one for Rico, who's Judge Dredd's brother-ish. Not going to get into all of that craziness. And then there's one that I think is just some short stories in that world. I don't recall. So yeah, I'm a bit of a fan. I think some people miss the point that it's social commentary, or at least that's the way it started. I don't know that every single story is social commentary. A lot of people just see it as, crazy action. I think it's possible that some people misinterpret it the way they misinterpret the Punisher. But I think as with anything, when you've got a good writer on a good character or an interesting character, you're going to end up with some good, entertaining, and sometimes thought-provoking stories. But what do you think about Judge Dredd? Let me know in the comments below. If you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put those in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post a spoiler warning. We try to be polite here on my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe, the usual YouTube stuff. If you'd care to follow me on other social media, my Twitter is @Ronin5757. My Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comic books, board games, and fuzzy animals, is Eric Smith 5757. That's Eric with a K, ERIKSMITH 5757. That's all I have for you this week. So until next week, read more comic books.